Oh my gosh.
Fundamentals.
We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to be.
Pub more.
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
Episode 175, Spooktober, week 4. This is a primetime Spooktober. I'm all for it. Evan Preacher Man Fitzsimmons and the one, the only, Jeremy out of the park, Dowdy, back on the pub, baby.
Woo. Thank you guys for having me. Good to be back. Let's talk some shop.
Hey, I love it, dude. I'm here for it. I'm a big Halloween guy, if you can't tell. And so this week's blind top 5. And I had to make it a little sports related, but it's top 5 scariest NFL players of all time.
I like it.
You could make this about looks. You can make this about play, off the field issue. Sorry, no Aaron Hernandez, but whatever you want with it. All right. First up, Myles Garrett coming off a monster Sunday. Been productive, has some great Halloween costumes. Where do we put Mr. Garrett?
I'll jump in. I'll go first, and Jeremy can follow. You gotta be careful with Hacky. If you don't know the game, you don't take the bait. Don't take the bait too early. You gotta hit it at the right time. Myles Garrett. There's some other pass rushers currently that I would probably put a little bit scarier on my scare scale. He's definitely a game breaker. So I feel like you have to acknowledge that, but I just told Jeremy, just don't take the bait. But I might put myself in a corner here. I'm gonna put him 5 on my list.
Whew.
I think there's some scarier guys than Myles Garrett. I feel like he's on a tier, but there's some higher tier guys that I think are coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 for me.
Are we going? Is this list that you're pulling, Parker? Is this all time and current?
This is all time
Okay.
current. Now I did random generated, so it's probably like our childhood era is where most of the guys come from. But
okay, all right. Because I was thinking, I didn't know if Lawrence Taylor was going to be in there. I was like, he's obviously going to be one for me. Let's see. I'll go. I'll go 2 for Myles Garrett for the reason being, the helmet swing, I think, gave every football player, every quarterback nightmares. And just watching what that Browns defense is doing right now is pretty impressive. And I was hearing Aaron Rodgers on actually the Pat McAfee show today talk about edge rushers and dominant defensive linemen, how when they're in the game or when they're out of the game, that they have 10 plays scripted to attack the defense without those guys on the field. That's how impactful they are. And I feel like Myles Garrett falls into that bucket. So I'll go, what did I say? 2 or 3?
I think he's at 2, right?
I'll go 2 for Myles Garrett. I might jump the gun there, but I'm gonna go 2.
Hey, I don't think you're gonna hate that, because next up we got the cocaine bear himself, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, see, there's only a few guys you could put higher than LT. And I think they're coming. So I'm gonna put Taylor at my 2. I'm gonna put Lawrence Taylor at 2.
All right, I'm gonna go 1 for LT. Obviously for what he does on the field, but he's probably has the most impactful movie line of all time, and that is, "Don't smoke crack." I believe, what is that from? Billy Madison?
Waterboy.
Waterboy, yeah.
Let's give a warm LT welcome to Mr. Bobby Boucher.
There you go.
Next up, probably the ugliest guy on this list, Jack Lombard. Still curtain defense.
See, that's higher than Myles Garrett for me. I knew either a Dick Butkus or a Ray Nitschke. But yeah, this is Is it a 3 or a 4? That's my debate. Let's put him 4. I'm gonna put him right above Myles Garrett.
4.
I like that. I like that. I'm going to go 4 as well because I do think Butkus may make it onto this list. RIP. So naturally, I'm gonna save a top tier spot. But just with that stash and that lettuce and that grill alone, I think he's a top spot's warranted there. So I'll go. What did I say? 4.
4. Yeah. I like it. I wish the neck rolls would come back, man. There's something about them. I will preface and say there's no Dick Butkus on this list. As I said, I had 20 names. I threw them and it's randomly shot me 5. Okay, so I do apologize.
Crap.
Yeah. So
You never know.
Which this one I think is a clear sign that this is a super random list. The guy who ended Antonio Brown and gave him CTE full time, Vontaze Burfict.
Yeah, that'll be my 3. I don't know. I probably should have put Myles Garrett up higher at this point, but perfect. A little scarier in the sense he could kind of end your career.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Obviously, haven't seen what he's done to some guys. He's probably my 3 as well. Just, I think not many guys deter a crossing route like he did in his day. And unfortunately, you've seen some of the end results of those. But I'll go 3, whether you like him or hate him. The dude's pretty damn scary. So,
yeah, I'm a big Burfict guy, but I'm a Bengals guy. Anyways. All right. Last but not least, he probably stabbed someone to death, but he didn't get called for it. Ray Lewis.
Number 1. I knew it. I knew he was coming. I was looking for that game wrecker, like whether it was like Polamalu or Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, like
Deacon
just
Jones.
someone who's going to clean your clock. But no, Ray would be the top of any list. I just think the way he gets locked in on Sundays, the way he just starts preaching to his defense, you don't even know what he's talking about. He goes into a whole different realm. And then especially the resurgence year, he brought out that face mask and the arm guard. He just looked like a freaking gladiator out there. No, Ray is a mile above everybody. Lawrence Taylor's close, but no, this is Ray's list.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm going 1B here. I'm gonna break the rules.
There you go.
No, I agree. I echo that sentiment. I mean, having grown up watching Ray Lewis, I think I didn't necessarily appreciate the dominance as I was watching it. I knew he was good, but until you kind of get into the next generation of players, and don't get me wrong, there's some scary guys now, but just the presence he had on the field. I know it's not on the list, but I would put Brian Dawkins up there too. Like watching him in his prime was, obviously a Philly guy, fly around, like that was pretty scary as well. But yeah, I think Ray is in a class of his own. So just because I don't have another number 1, we're going 1B there.
I love it.
Yeah, not enough safeties and not enough fullbacks on this list.
That's
my takeaway. Like I wanted a running back that's gonna just run down my throat, and I wanted a safety that's just gonna clean my clock over the middle.
You just want something just run down your throat.
Because we think of guys like Burfict, but Burfict isn't the same as like Mike Allstott.
Yeah,
you want to talk about neck rolls? There you go.
Oh, dude, there you go. Fucking runaway beer truck coming at you. As I said, this is super random, and I felt bad because I did it, and I realized like AFC North is like 4 of the 5 spots. I was like, damn it! But it was random, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with it. So, we left out some huge hitters. I agree. Well, huge hits, MLB World Series playoff. This has been, I feel like, all the Game 7s, and it's been awesome to think about. It's been great for me to watch. I'm not a big baseball guy until this time. I still don't know what the hell I'm watching. So it's Jeremy, I'm so glad you're here because we got Rangers versus either Phillies or D-backs. They're playing Game 7 tonight. Philly already started greasing up the poles. They're getting ready. Tell us about this offseason, Jeremy. I know you're a big baseball guy.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. Been a lot of fun to watch. I think because we're getting some new blood into the playoffs as well. I'll be honest, I was, it's hard to sustain success in the big leagues, and so seeing the Rays every year, the Yankees every year, the Red Sox, now we're seeing Astros. We're seeing the Orioles start to have a little bit of a youth movement. We're starting to see the D-backs, the Rangers, obviously with that their big payroll. It's nice to see some new blood advancing deep into the playoffs. And I think one thing that I took away from the Rangers clinching was they were interviewing Scherzer, who's been there, done that. He's been there a couple times. Hearing him say, this feels just like the first time I was here. New club, new team. He's obviously had some injury issues himself this year. So I think him getting a chance to pitch a Game 7 probably didn't go the way he had hoped for. But obviously the team getting the win and moving to the World Series, I think is really cool to see him back with a new club. And then obviously excited tonight. I'm going with the sexy pick. I'm going with the D-backs. I know Game 7 at home, the numbers, I think it's like 52% of the time the home team wins. But I think this year postseason's been so crazy. I'm riding with the Snakes. But looking forward to another electric Game 7 tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for breaking all that down. It's, as I said, I feel like I'm a lost fish out there, but I read a stat. I think it's the first time in 7 years, maybe longer, that we don't have Astros or Dodgers playing in the World Series. Like that dominant stretch, it finally ends between one of those two teams playing. And obviously the Rangers took out the Astros. How was that a huge upset, or did people going in like to this matchup thinking, all right, Rangers are the favorite here? Sure, Astros have been there, but like outside looking in, I think it's an upset. What do you say?
Yeah. I mean, if you're going off what Vegas thought, certainly an upset. They went neck and neck all year in the division. It came down to one game. Astros won the division by a game. Obviously, with that comes you get the wild card round bye, and then you get home field in the playoffs in your series. So pretty significant to win the division. The Rangers were running away with it all year. Had a bit of a skid, ran into some problems on the mound, had some rotation issues, a little bit of bullpen scarcity. But to see the Rangers pull that out in Houston, Game 7, with a 21-year-old as your 3-hole hitter, I think is pretty impressive. And to hear that, Evan Carter, to hear, he was in AA 3 months ago, and here he is hitting in the 3-hole with one of the most powerful lineups in the playoffs. Like, you just can't script a story like that. And then obviously seeing what Altuve did in, what was it, Game 5, the heroics there with the 3-run homer. Yeah. It was everything you could have hoped for in a championship series. So I think from a fan perspective, it was anything and everything you could ask for.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. And I've got to ask it, because I like calling teams dead. Are the Astros dead? Or are the Dodgers dead after getting swept by the D-backs? Or is it like, hey, this is one of those years they go by, maybe a little more talent, they come back stronger? Or do you think they're dead?
I wouldn't say the Astros are dead. I would say you're going to start to see some repercussions of them losing draft picks from the whole fallout of the sign stealing scandal. So
on the trash can.
I think they lost. I can't remember how many first-round picks, but that's kind of a lagging effect, right? You lose first rounders. They're notorious for developing players. So if anybody's going to overcome that, it's going to be the Astros organization. Yeah. But again, payroll is not necessarily an issue to them. They'll pony up. Dodgers, same thing. Yeah. But I do think you're starting to see the game shift to more homegrown talent again with this Evan Carter kid with Texas. Like, that's where you're going to start to see teams shift to. So I wouldn't say dead, but I do think you're going to see a changing of the guard, even in the AL West. The Mariners now are looking stronger. They're a young core. The Rangers now, Angels, dumpster fire still. A's A's are, unless they switch ownership, I'm going to just speak candidly. I think unless Jeff Fisher sells, I'm not sure what we're going to see with them. But it's good to see some new blood and some new teams competing, especially competing into October. So as a fan, really good to see.
Hey, absolutely. And you just dogged your team that gave you some big paychecks there. But
man, it's
kind of how it is.
Yeah. And speaking with a lot of former players, and it's just gotten to the point where you can no longer hide the blatant, almost disrespect for that fan base. Because I will say in Oakland, when you are good, man, they show up and they're passionate. They get after it. I still am pretty close with a couple fans that, have been season ticket holders for decades now. And it's just a shame to see, what they view as ownership giving up on the city, giving up on the team, giving up on the fan base. So it's like, you know what, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. If you're going to do it, do it. You know, they're just kind of in a purgatory right now with what the decision's going to be. So, yeah, not ideal there.
Dude, I feel so bad for Oakland fans. Like you put your heart and soul, like you said, as long as you're winning, and we saw it with the Raiders, with the A's, Golden State, and they said, nah, fuck them, get them out. Like it, I feel bad for Oakland fans. It's rough.
Yeah, it is. Again, with the Raiders going, Warriors going, and now the whole back and forth. You know, they had renderings of a brand new stadium right on the right on the water there in Oakland. Beautiful stadium that blew up. Now you don't know, is it the city that's against us? Is it MLB? Is it ownership? So it's kind of a shit show right now. So
it goes out.
I hope for a resolution either way for the fans.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Fitz, any MLB World Series talk?
Yeah, I wanted to touch on just the Rangers. And again, I'm kind of with Hacky. Baseball season for me starts about September 29. Like I've just watching the Rangers in the playoffs, and I don't know the terminology for it. They swing early in the count. Like they're hitting balls when it's like 0-1 or 2-0 in the count or whatever. Like they're aggressive. And I'm curious if that's with the new rules. I'm wondering if it's like, if they're somehow like taking advantage of these new rules that pitches got to come out quicker. Like, do they just not letting pitchers get in rhythm? But I feel like that's been part of their success. And I didn't know if you have a keen observation for watching more than just 1 month of baseball.
Well, first off, I'll say I am a firm believer. I think the season needs to be shorter. So you guys aren't the only ones. Even I lose track in, June, July, August, and then September, I kind of pick it back up. So self-admitting, I'm in the same bucket. But to your point, I think not necessarily the rule changes are dictating early in the count action. I would say it's more so scouting reports are so detailed where you know what a guy's first pitch percentage is. You know what a guy likes to throw when you're behind in the count. So I think it's more so the Rangers are a pretty aggressive club at the plate as is, and that's their bread and butter. And you even heard Smoltz talk about it last night, how frustrating it can be as a Rangers fan when you get an 0-0 pop up to the infield. That's just how you kind of live and die by that.
Yeah.
Seager did it last night, but he hit a homer to right field. And obviously he had a hell of a game. But, I was always taught, and, as advanced as the game gets, you still have to simplify it and say, look, break averages down 0-0, 0-1, 0-2. Get your pitch early and don't miss it. Like averages plummet when you get to 2 strikes. Now, obviously with strikeouts going through the roof because guys are throwing 100 with a nasty wipeout slider. So I think it's more of the scouting report dictates, hey, this guy is around the zone early, let's attack. But it's also, that's their bread and butter. Like that's what they do. It's like you're a pass heavy offense in the NFL or you're a run heavy offense and you get behind early. It's like when you try to abandon that, it's ugly. When you try to become a pass first offense, it's the same in baseball. If you're trying to like take till you get a strike, you get behind in the count, guys have bad at bats because they're just not used to hitting in an 0-1, 0-2 hole. So I think it's more so scouting reports are dictating, hey, let's go early, and that's just who we are. That's what got us here. So let's not change now. I would say that's the more likely cause of that.
Dude, but it seems to be different. Like it seems like no one's done that yet, or maybe no one's had as much success as maybe the Rangers had, that you wonder if that's going to trend up, like you're going to start seeing, which could be great for baseball. And I'm worried the games are going to go way too fast. Like everyone's going to start doing it. And it's going to be like, what? Game's over in 50 minutes? What? Like I just got my second beer. Like what's going on?
And it was $15. Yeah, no, that's a great point. And I always tell people, they would always ask, how hard was it to hit AA, AAA pitching? And I said, actually, I found it to be it's never easy. But I enjoyed hitting at the higher levels because guys were around the zone more. You knew, they had a nasty slider, but they could command it. It was around the zone because hitters get better. You shrink your strike zone as a hitter, so the pitcher. And obviously, you've seen, not everybody unless you're Angel Hernandez, but zones are pretty tight, and like they've got them. They know what their zone is, and they don't deviate from it. So I think guys are basically saying, look, this guy's around the zone. He may have a good breaking ball. He may have a good changeup, but if it's in the zone, it's where I want it. If it's elevated, why wait to get in an 0-1 hole? Like, let's go ahead and attack it now. And the other thing is the pitcher might be tipping pitches. We don't know that. You obviously never know. They'll never come out and say, hey, we had a read. He was doing this with his glove. When, a lot of times they'll kind of shake their glove when they're doing a pitch and they don't even know they're doing it. Guys pick up on that. And so they may have known, okay, he's throwing a fastball. I'm going to jump all over it because he was tipping. And so that could be at play too. So a lot of factors, but I think mostly guys are around the zone more in the big leagues and the higher levels. So you see a lot more first pitch swing than you would at a lower level when a guy's blowing 100 and doesn't know where it's going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Resurrected.
Yeah. Which
what the hell is happening?
From the great beyond.
Oh my.
The doctor joins us tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Man, the Ouija boards have spoken. I'm excited.
Man. After an embarrassing Lions game, too. Who would have thought?
Yeah, you'd have to dog him like that.
Just kidding.
Hey, bring it, Fitz.
Hey, I've got a follow-up question for Jeremy, though. Speaking of pitching control, the guy that got plunked by a 104-mile-per-hour pitch, there were some questions of if that was intentional or not. I was just sitting here asking if I had to get hit by a 104-mile-per-hour ball, you probably want to get hit where the guy did, like in the buttocks, like Forrest Gump. But was that intentional, or from a baseball point of view, I'm sure people are like, no, he doesn't mean to do that. But for like the average watcher, it's like, oh, that was.
Yeah, I think with the events leading up to it, it probably looked a little fishy. I will say Chapman is notorious for pulling the ball glove side, so away from his arm, because he throws so hard, and control is not necessarily his bread and butter because he throw 104. So I think he might have just yanked a fastball, but the other side of that coin is it's very hard to miss where he missed. Big league pitchers don't necessarily miss that bad. So there may have been some intent. I will say if you're trying to hit a guy, you're not going to hit him low. You're going to go like ribs. Like I would say if it's a retaliation pitch, you're going ribs, you're going elbow. Obviously, you never want to go above the shoulder. That's kind of like a no-no. Like that's how you end guys' careers. That can lead to more issues. But to your point, if you're going to get hit, getting hit in the butt is the perfect spot to get hit. It's the most meaty. The worst parts, obviously elbow, like tricep area right here. I got hit there. I think it was, what was it? My second year I was in high A, and I like my tricep just locked out, my elbow locked out. Like that's not, and then Evo Shield came with all their elbow guards, and so that changed the game. But there may have been a little bit of intent there just because it was a blowout. They had a few runs to spare, but I would say Chapman probably just wanted to get the hell off the mound. Let's end the game. I don't know that it was intentional, but either way, I'm sure. I think it was McCormick. He's going to wake up this morning and have he's going to be sore for a while.
Yeah, dude. Dr. Tim, where would you like to get hit by a 104-mile-per-hour pitch?
Right in the glute medius, glute max, right in that area. I'm cool with it. I think you guys are right on the money. I mean, there's not a whole lot of room at the elbow, and the tricep insertion is pretty. Tricep's a big muscle group, but it inserts very, smallly in the elbow. So if you get hit in the elbow, that's a bad time.
Dude, I'm gonna cry like a bitch if I get hit with that thing. I don't care where at. I'm out. Fuck it. I'm going home. I'm taking my ball. I'm going home.
Put it this way: I got hit probably 3 weeks ago, and you guys probably remember I do like this men's league here in Raleigh, and it was probably 74. And it still pissed me off. Like it still hurt. And it was like, I don't care if it's 74 or 105. Like it's going to hurt. Obviously 104 is going to hurt worse, but it's still a pain in the ass and it hurts. So
literally.
Still not ideal. Yeah, right. Not ideal.
Oh man. Well, we just talked about your Astros Tims being dead, but their sign stealing and all that stuff that caught up to them. Another sign stealing news here. Michigan. To me, as a football coach, I don't think this is as big of a deal. Obviously, the in-person being banned since 91 or 96, I get it. It's against the rules. You broke the rules. But I'm not afraid to say it. I still signs in game action. Like if I'm the OCDC and I see someone making a big elaborate, hand signs and stuff, I'm like, okay, let's figure out what they're doing here. Like I think every sport does this. I think every coach does this. If you don't, you're a dumbass. Michigan got caught. I'm not afraid to say that. Thoughts from you guys?
Are they using computers or
no? So this is the genius. The dumbass on the staff bought 30 tickets or 30 games of Big Ten opponents. Took his iPhone and just filmed the home side.
Okay.
Like it doesn't make sense. You can't be that blatant with it. But
Rogers made a good point today on McAfee's show. He's like, let's just get to the point where let's pony up and let's give the Mike linebacker the green dot. Let's go college. Let's go headset in college and call it a day. Like,
yes.
There's easy fixes to this, but to your point, like that's gamesmanship. Like you're always trying to find a leg up, and it's on you when you have 18 guys with different colored signs. Like you have support staffers trying to camouflage, trying to, shield some play calling. I think that ultimately is on you. But I think it's a little overblown in my opinion, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't watch college football, man. I think that is an interesting point. Like I hate it when the entire team looks over to the sideline for the call and that you feel like this is the sport we need to be coaching the players. Like the quarterback can take control of these situations. And yeah, if you call something in the headset, I feel like he can relay that. Could be a lot cleaner. I don't know. The other thing is it made me think of who was it? Sean Payton? Was he the one whose playbook was just shown? Like someone took a picture of him.
I think
like
so.
The front side of his playbook, and it's kind of like
his call
and
sheet.
You wonder, like even with a call sheet, like you feel like it would, that would tip your playbook, and at the same because there has to be this common language where we understand these schemes and these concepts, and at the same time, it's like, well, how do you know what play they're running? Like even if they're in this formation, how do you know what they've just called and stuff? It's like, you may know but everyone's doing the same shit. So I don't know how much that really does anything.
I will say the call sheet might be a bigger deal because at least for me and most OCs I know, we script out first 10 plays. Hey, if it's third and long, here's what our list is.
True.
If we're on the left hash, this is what I want to call. Like mine's very detailed that way. So if someone took a picture of it, I might be like, I might be fucked, But Tim, any thoughts from you? I know you love a good cheater. So.
Oh man, I love it. I think this is, we talked one day. I can't remember what pod it was, but I think Devin was talking about sign stealing in baseball, and people were losing it. And Devin's like, that's kind of part of the gig here. Is you're giving out signs, you're giving out false signs, you're giving out whatever red herring. That's kind of it. So I love it. I love this little game in a game. Now, Matt Rule, I don't know where I saw this clip. It could have been McAfee. It could have been Rich Eisen. But Matt Rule, he had a little news conference, and he was talking about it. And he was like, I think it's kind of ridiculous that there's no mic in helmet for college. He was like, you have technology in high school, you have technology in pro. Why are we doing this in college? Like what's the sense in this? And so I don't really listen to Matt Rule often, but I thought that was pretty wise. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, he's got a point. Like, why are we skipping it in this intermediate step when really it could make the whole process a lot smoother? So I don't know. It's just an interesting point.
All comes down to money, and you're absolutely right. Then, like Jeremy said, pony up. Let's go pay him. Like that's how you fix this.
And I would even say too, like college now, they do the pitch comm like baseball does. So college baseball now does in the earpiece. And so I heard someone mention it earlier. Part of the gig is you're trying to shield signs. So like if there's a guy at second base pre-pitch comm, it was on me and the pitcher to have a sequence where it's not easily, broken, right? They're not going to easily pick up on what we're calling. And so like some typical ones, you'll like outs +1. So like if there's one out, it'll be the second sign I throw down. It'll be, you could do like outs plus whatever number you want. And it's between you and the pitcher. And obviously as a catcher, you have a sequence of signs that you're giving, but ultimately that's on you. Like gamesmanship is, nobody said that, hey, the Astros were stealing signs from second base. When you bring technology into it, then yeah, that's an issue. But if it was, we had, their sequence, we had the catcher sequence, we knew exactly what they were calling, that's on the defense. That's on the catcher and the pitcher. So I have no issue with that. And same with football. If it's so obvious that, an average Joe's picking it up or what have you. But yeah, I think once you involve technology in it, that's where it kind of crosses the line. But I have no issue with the gamesmanship part of it.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I totally agree with that. Well, I was going to jump into we'll do it. Week 9 games. Looking forward to here. Fitz, I hate to call you wrong, but you're wrong. You said only one game last week was going to be one score. 4 out of 6 I showed were one score. Okay.
Let me look at these scores.
All right. Duke, Louisville, Battle of the ACC, number 20 versus 18. That's going to be good. Number 3, Ohio State going to Wisconsin. Wisconsin, not as bad as people talk about the 4-2. Maybe a little upset alert. Who knows? Just throwing it out there. Number 1, Georgia traveling to the Swamp. Number 8, Oregon. Number 13, Utah. Utah coming off a huge USC win. Tennessee, Kentucky, the battle for the barrel. I wish they kept doing it. We talked about, I think, last year's Pubs episode with the DUI and drunk driving. That kind of did away with that. But, man, how cool would it be to pay for a beer barrel? Colorado, number 23, UCLA. Can Coach Prime get his boys back? And BYU, number 7, Texas. That's always a good rivalry. Any of these games that you guys are really excited for to watch? I made this list, so I'm excited for all of them. I'm out of this.
As a Gators fan, I'm not excited to watch Gators versus Georgia. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there.
That's fair. Okay. They've got a chance to cover. I'll put it
Yeah.
there.
It was 14.5, I think. Was last I
14.5. Yeah. I think they get it with 14.
Yeah, this is my thing, and I won't go on Billy Napier, I think if he brings in an OC, all is forgiven with him. He just runs the most mundane, boring pistol zone. It's just like, it works when it works, but when we get down 2 touchdowns, what do you do then? Graham Mertz isn't programmed to throw the ball 50 times. So we'll see. No Bowers for Georgia, so that'll be interesting. But
That's
Kirby
huge.
he'll scheme something up around him. He's not worried about it. But I think we cover. But I do think it's going to be dogs on top, unfortunately.
Yeah. Tim?
I'm ready for well, before I do this, how do you guys feel about Colorado and Dion? You guys think he's doing okay? You guys think he's
They
Better
matched the win.
when they're doing better than I think most people thought, but they're still There's still some growing pains.
They never
Okay.
deserved to be ranked, but he met his win total for the year, and so he's on the right track. Like he's getting juice. I think he's doing the right thing, but they never deserved to be ranked in the first place.
okay? That's good. I think they're going to get walked. I can't wait to watch them just crumble. I don't know what it is. Like, I think we had talked when Prime first got the Colorado gig, and I was like, man, this is going to be bad. And I don't know if I don't think we were all on the same page, but I was looking pretty bad after those 2 first few games, and I was like, dang, he is actually pulling it off. Nope, he's going to get wrecked. Old Chip Kelly, I think is going to get him on this one. So looking for a blowout, worse than
Are
the
they-
Lions and the Ravens.
Are they still statistically the worst defensive team in FBS?
I think so. I think they are.
I think it's on a points per game basis. I think they were last time I checked.
Well, we'll jump into a little NFL here. We do a thing called overreactions here. So obviously nothing new to sports media here, but anybody got any NFL Week 7 overreactions?
I got one. And I don't know if it's an overreaction. It's more of just I am tired of these ref analysts. Like Gene Steratore, tired of him. I'm just sick of it because they do not have a gray area. None of these refs do.
Mhm.
They all have a million different opinions, but there's no like I think there was some pass interference where the defender put his hands on the quarterback. He didn't even touch. Like, he barely touched him, but he put his hands on the quarterback after the throw. Guy falls over. They call interference, and they go, "Let's go to Gene Steratore. Gene, break this down." And he's like, "This is not pass interference." And like, and I'm like, "Yeah, but you can't put your hands on the quarterback." You just can't do that. Like I know it's not, but you can't do that. And it's never like I could see where they would call this, it's never that breakdown. It's just these refs making like these decisions, like, no, that is a clear interception or whatever. I think that, and it happened in college. They went to the analyst for I don't know if you saw the end of the Iowa Minnesota game. That kid that, kind of gave the all clear sign, like, don't touch it.
And they thought he said,
and returned it. And then they called it back for fair catch. And again, they go to an analyst who's like, he clearly called for a fair catch. And we're all watching it like, no, he didn't. Like, explain that he probably didn't mean to do that, but that's what he was signaling. And so they caught it. Was like, he clearly caught, the refs got it right. I'm sick of these refs, man. They don't talk to the common man. They're in their own world, and they all think they can make the right call. It reminds me of App State when I did flag football refereeing for a little bit, and all those little guys in the room, they'd all try to, I can make the right call. It's like, screw you guys, man. I'm tired of these refs.
We'll jump back to overreactions real quick. That was my next topic, is should these refs be held to a higher standard? Now, look, I know it's not their full-time gig. Sometimes most of these guys have full-time jobs on top of this, which I think that should be fixed now. But like this week, and I feel like this whole NFL season, all the headlines have been officiating, and it's been how shitty officiating has been. Like, I typed in just now NFL officiating. I have 9 different games popping up in my news there. Someone let the dogs out.
Yeah.
They don't like the refs
crazy.
either.
Yeah,
they don't like the refs either.
That's right.
I'm just saying, there's no gray area. Like, they want to limit that as much as possible, and it makes you think of like when we couldn't decide what a catch was for the longest time. It was such a gray area, and no one could determine what it is. And I think that's like a referee's nightmare. Is like, there can't be any gray area, but sometimes things happen where, again, like a player makes a signal that isn't a fair catch, and then but by the rules, it's like, did he call it or not? That's just worth a discussion. That's just like, you have a conversation about it. Do you pick the flag up? Do you not? But I do worry sometimes we get too technical, that it's more about like, it clearly is this. But again, I feel like they're just watching the game in a whole different realm than what the average person is. I feel like that's what it's always been.
It's weird. Yeah. I agree. Tim, I can't wait for this take from you.
You guys know I am sick and tired of
Yes.
the NFL just dipping their toes in technology. Get the AIs involved. Get the refs out of here. And that's as black and white as you need it. If the AI says, hey, that's not a catch, it's not a catch. There's not this, the refs getting a huddle and they start juggling each other's balls, and they're like, what do we want to do, guys? Do we want to give them the catch or not? Is it the Cowboys? Is it who is it? The 49ers? All right, no catch. I'm just tired of it. Let's just say what it is. Let's get the AIs going here.
I also don't know if I should be praising Patrick Mahomes, or if it just makes me pull my hair out, and I don't know if it should be changed, or if I should just give up and just compliment Mahomes for just being the best. But Mahomes has mastered drawing pass interference.
Yeah,
he knows when I've got a guy downfield and the defender's back turn, but I'm just gonna underthrow it. Like, I'm gonna throw. It's almost like intentional grounding. Like, it's almost like I'm gonna throw it where no one's gonna catch it. Where my guy might be able to make a play on it, but won't. And then they're gonna call interference. We're gonna get the call. Like, he's just mastered that, like, every week. And I just can't figure it out. Where I'm like, I don't know if he's just brilliant, like he's just that good that he can see when easy pass interference, boom, I'm just gonna throw it there, or if it does make you go, maybe the rules need to change. Like they let offense get away with so much that maybe defenders can have their back turned and it not be interference.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jimmy, where do you stand on with all this? Oh, sorry, Tim.
Well, as a Dolphins fan, I think they should totally be held to a higher standard.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go Homer for a minute, but I understand that like you still have to play a clean game to win. But I think I saw something where the crew that was officiating that game had been suspended by the ACC before. And the referee was from a township just outside of Philly. And the fact that you had 10 calls on one team and 0 in an NFL game on another team, either they played the cleanest game of all time or there was just some blatantly missed calls.
Yeah. So
I think it's more so the fact, I don't know who said it, but I think they need to be full-time officials. I think that's the first step. And then almost have like this academy where, you have a bad game, like the Premier League, you get relegated. Like at the end of the year, you're gone and somebody gets promoted. So I think if you have that kind of promotion relegation system, you can quality control a bit. But yeah, I think something needs to be done because they're, from a Vegas standpoint too, they're taking over games and it's getting more and more obvious in my opinion.
Scripted. Tim, what were you going to
say? Go Tim.
I can't remember. It was going to be something dumb, I'm sure. But that's a good point, Jeremy. I mean, we talked about it at length, but Vegas, has their pockets in the NFL. Like, this is getting more and more sketchy. I know we joked about the scripting, but like, I mean, really, there might be a huge allegation coming out one of these days about some of these games we're seeing about maybe the ref had something in on it or knew someone who had something in on it. Like, I don't know, man. It's going to get a little scary.
Yeah. It's going to be, what was the Netflix special? Tim Donaghy, I think it was, the NBA official. Yeah. I mean, there's been some ones where, the phantom roughing the passer or PI, and it's such a, it is a tough game to officiate, but I think the logical next step is just to have some sort of quality control process in place, whether that's an academy or a pipeline of officials. But I agree. And then the sterators and the other guy, that gets old as well, because there is no gray area. It's either right or wrong, and they're usually not right. So that gets old.
They need a retired coach, like on the committee somewhere, or like somewhere like on the field to say, hold on, refs, you got to talk about this one. Like, like an impartial coach, just to be like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, cause I feel like, again, it's like two different mindsets. I feel like coaches and refs are going to see the rules totally different, where again, makes me think of like analysts, like the difference between having a Mike Pereira or a Gene Steratore versus having like Bill Belichick, who's on the rules committee for coaches and like, knows the rules in and out like anybody. You would wonder what his opinion would be versus the referees, because I know they don't see eye to eye. I know it's going to be a completely different perspective. And I don't know, just interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Amazon needs to develop a cold metal, red eye, laser hating cyborg. You guys are seeing it. Check. All right. In each of these games, you're getting more of these AWS stats. The Arizona Cardinals have 70% chance to win this game. I mean, I don't know. This is not financial advice, but start putting stock in Amazon, because once they have these cyborgs on the sideline, Amazon's going to be popping. You heard it here first.
Remember Clanky from the Backyard Sports games? He's a little robot.
Oh, Clanky.
Clanky. You could give him as your pitcher in Backyard Baseball 2005. He threw like straight heat. He didn't even throw it. He just like blew it out of his little arm.
That's awesome.
That's what I picture.
The cyborg point, it's like somebody made a point. How do we not have chips in footballs these days to mark yardage. Why are we still in
Yeah.
2023 pulling the
Yeah.
chains?
Yeah.
And what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? It might have been the college game where actually I might be dating myself. It might have been a Florida South Carolina game or something, but they were like 3 yards short, and the referee just gives the first down, and we're like, that, what are we doing here? So the fact that they don't have chips and footballs to measure field position is beyond me these days.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a good. Did you guys watch the Rams and the Steelers game with the final? I mean, they gave him Pickett the first down when he was. I mean,
clearly
the yellow line's not
Clearly
official,
down.
but like, come on, he didn't get it.
Let's go to Gene's territory. He clearly got it, Mike. I mean,
They got this one right, guys.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Any other overreactions besides the officiating is just fucking terrible?
No.
Kirk Cousins, top 5 quarterback.
Kirko bangs, baby.
Oh my god.
Top five quarterback, and he's not number 5.
Yeah.
Is that overreaction?
Wow.
I'm here for it.
Wow. I love how last week all the sports heads were like, Minnesota's dead. They're blowing it up. Kirk Cousins is going back to San Francisco under Shanahan. And it's like, now they're a top 5 team. Like, what the hell? Oh, this is great. I love football.
On the other hand, 49ers are dead.
Yeah. Send out McCaffrey. He's out. Get him out of here.
Send him back to Carolina.
Oh gosh.
All right. Let's get a little bets here. We got Bucks Bills Thursday night, over at 42. Buffalo 8.5 point favorite. One of the biggest spreads of the week. Also, another team might be dead. Buffalo, if you read any headlines.
Oh man, we need an order because Tim's here. It always throws me off.
Sorry.
Well, Tim's all right. We'll go Fitz, Tim, Jeremy, and then myself. If we go with that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually. It's tough. Bills, they play as good as their opponent and usually lose. I like the Bucks defense, and their run defense especially has been strong. I don't know where the Bills are. I don't know James Cook's status. I don't know where he's at, but I could see it being a long afternoon for Josh Allen. I think they could get behind on the defense. Do I trust Baker? Sure. I'll take Tampa.
Yeah,
Upset.
I'm going the Bucks. Yeah, Bills are dead. Josh Allen overrated. I'm surprised what the Bucks. I mean, they fought the Lions hard. They fought the Falcons hard. Their trenches, they're just beasts. So I think if Baker plays good, I think they're due for one. So yeah, give me the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a three-peat. I'm going Bucks as well.
Ooh.
I think Dawson Knox being out is going to be a bigger loss for the Bills, and I think people think running so many of their 2 tight end sets. And again, Josh Allen, you just don't know what Josh Allen you're going to get. I think obviously that defense being as banged up as they are, Thursday night game, quick turnaround. I'm taking the Bucks and the points.
Let's make it 4, boys. Let's go all in. Let's hop on the ship. Psych! It's in Buffalo. Give me Josh Allen through a table. Baker Mayfield done. Give me Buffalo.
I was about to say that would be a parlay pick if we all.
You bastard.
All right. Sunday's action: Rams, Cowboys over at 45. Dallas 6.5 point favorite. I love these 2 back-to-back games here because I already know where Tim's going. The afterlife has not changed him, but Fitz, you take it away.
Yeah, I'm worried. This might be upset week. I actually like the Rams in this one. I think they couldn't quite get their footing. I thought Pittsburgh looked really good last week. Better than what they've been.
There you go.
Maybe not really good, but better than what they've been. I don't know, man. I continue to be impressed with the Rams' weapons. I'll take them. Yeah, Rams over Cowboys.
Give me Papa Stafford. This man, I think he actually might be 2-0 against Dak Prescott. I don't. I gotta do a little quick Googling on
I like
that. I think he's 2-0 against Dak. Stafford just, man, talk about a gunslinger. This guy has my heart. He's had my heart for a long time. I'll always pull for him. Go Rams.
Yeah, I hate to pull for a Georgia guy, but I'm gonna go Rams as well. The Puka Nakua show, I think he goes off for a couple tutties. And just you never know what Dallas team you're gonna get. I mean, after that San Francisco debacle, and I think they had a close one. Who did they beat? Snuck by somebody, but again, a touchdown favorite. I don't see that. I'm rolling with the Rams and Stafford to get it done.
Yeah, y'all are crazy again. Give me Cowboys. I think they will.
Man, I like we're sticking
All right.
together though. I like it.
Yeah. Vikings, Packers, over us at 43. Green Bay 1-point favorite here.
How the hell are we favored? I thought we'd be, especially after that. I mean, all right, I gotta be unbiased here. The last time Minnesota came to Green Bay, we beat that ass. Like we beat them down. We beat them to a pulp. One of the greatest games in memory. Just to lose to Tim's Lions the next week, but it's okay. I rode high for like a week, and that worries me because I think the Vikings they're salty. The one thing that's working against them is I expected the performance they had against San Fran to be against us. I thought that's how they were going to come out this week. So they're a little bit ahead of the game. It's going to be close. I hate to take Minnesota. My gut tells me Minnesota. That's my gut. But I got to take the Packers. I got to take them at home. Maybe this is Love's time. Maybe we'll all get back on it. I'm trying to think who could be the X factor in this game for Green Bay. Maybe Romeo Doubs. Maybe this is his game. He just emerges. Just let him let Love sling the rock. Let Dobbs go make the plays. I'm convincing myself. Packers win. They pull it out.
I guess I got to ride this purple wave here. I've watched a couple Green Bay Packers games, and I don't know. Love just isn't like, he looks really good in certain drives, and then other drives he just doesn't look too great. I mean, and that's coming. I mean, he's playing Kirk, so Kirk's the ultimate whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. Give me Minnesota, but I think it's going to be a dogfight.
I'm going Vikes. I think Cousins has reversed. He's now a primetime quarterback, and so during daytime slot games, I think he has a poor showing. Or I'm sorry. I'm going to go Packers because I think Kirk has reversed the curse of being a non-primetime quarterback. I think he now thinks he's a big-time lights are brightest, I play my brightest. So I think he's due for a letdown. So I'm going to go Vikings. I think Aaron Jones gets back on the saddle. Jordan Love does enough to sneak by. I'm going to go Pack at home.
Yeah. Kirk go bangs. I just like saying that. I think it's Green Bay, though. I think Green Bay wins here. This is my game I'm selling. I'm not betting on it. I'm not touching it. I'll watch it. I ain't touching it, though.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Tim, by the way, you thought Matthew Stafford was what against Dak?
I think he's 2-0 against Dak, right?
You're wrong. He's 0-3 against Dak.
Oh.
Whoa.
I just looked it up. I promise.
Is one of those a playoff game too?
20.
I'd have to
Wait.
Oh no, that was Romo in 14.
Maybe that was just as a line because he beat the Dallas Cowboys in 2016 and 2018. I don't know.
I'll double check.
I'll come back to that.
Falcons at Titans, over at 36.5. Atlanta 2.5-point favorite on the road. They're wearing the throwbacks, the Houston Oilers. Shout out to them. I love these throwbacks. What do we say?
I'm gonna take the Titans. I trust Vrabel. Maybe this is like a Tannehill week. I don't know. I feel like the Titans get it done for some
Will
reason.
Levis is starting.
Oh,
Oh,
Levis is
well.
starting.
Yep.
Oh shit, that changes everything.
Hide your mayonnaise.
Yeah. I'll still go Titans. Why not? I just feel like they're due.
Okay, Parker. I sorry for the listeners. Stafford's 2-3 versus the Cowboys. Okay,
There we
started
go.
off strong, lost the last 3, so that's on me.
Yeah.
Second to this game, I think Falcons are looking really good. Ritter is progressing. He's making. I mean, he's essentially a first-year quarterback. He played a couple of games last year, but he's making some dumb mistakes, I think. But they're not the same mistakes, which I think is important. He's still learning, but he's learning from his wrongdoings in previous games. I think the Falcons have a low-key, pretty good defense. Kyle Pitts is starting to shine.
Mhm.
And I kind of talked about it in the offseason, but I think Vrabel's on the hot seat. Get out of there. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going to roll Falcons as well, although Arthur Smith has me a little, not divulging the whole Bijan Robinson thing. That was a little wild.
Yeah.
I'm going Falcons. I think Derrick Henry gets traded at halftime. Give me Falcons.
Where's he going?
Oof. I saw somebody throw out, who was the betting favorites? I think I saw, shit, I can't even remember who the betting favorite was. And I saw Eagles thrown in there, and I'm like, please no. Like, he just
Chiefs.
I could see Bills, yeah.
Buffalo's betting favorite. Yep.
Baltimore would be great. I don't know
Man,
if they're gonna
that
do
would be something with
It'd be a heartbreak for
You shut the hell
Wentz.
up.
Lamar back there. Yeah.
Shut the hell up. Yeah. Give me my chicken. Give me my waffles. I'm taking Atlanta here.
Nice.
Colts, Saints over us at 43.5. Indy 1-point favorite.
I can't remember. Did the Colts did they pull it out or they lost?
They had that deep
they
they had
did
that defensive
lose.
pass
Yeah,
interference
yeah.
that was not there. But
That's right. The Minshew magic. Yeah.
shut up that week.
He almost did it. And then the Saints, they had the heartbreak too. The dropped touchdown in the end zone.
Yeah, Foster.
It was good to see Kamara back in the mix though. I thought he looked good. Derek Carr just I don't know. This is hit or miss, but I would take Saints in this one. I think the Saints are slightly better, but it's a field goal probably decides this one. Yeah, I'll take Saints.
Give me the Colts. I believe in the Minshew mania. And watching the Saints last game, they just kind of seemed a little too dysfunctional. You had receiver, who was it? Olave, one of the receivers just stopping late, and Derek Carr's like chewing him out. And I don't know. The vibe's just not with it to me for the Saints. So give me the Colts.
Dude, Olave just got booked for speeding.
Yeah,
That's right.
did you see the body cam video?
Yeah, I'm a Saints player. And the cop was like, and what? So
And
yeah.
What was he doing? Does it
70
say?
and a 35.
speeding, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Like, have you
Well, they
learned
said
nothing?
that Jordan Addison did, what was he, 140 in a set, like in a 65 a while back, and nothing happened to him. So they're like, all right, Olave should be good, but you never know with Goodell,
There's
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Out.
Yeah.
Minnesota cops versus New Orleans cops.
yeah, that's true. But I'm gonna roll Minshew mania here. I'm going Indy. I think Jonathan Taylor starts to get a little bit more action. Josh Downs looked good catching balls from Gardner. So I'm going to go Minshew Mania at home.
I'm sold. Minshew Mania. I'm back on the train. It cost me a
Jeremy, you've made some pretty good picks, man.
Yeah.
I like your picks.
Patriots
we'll revisit in a week. And
just text him, what the fuck was that? All right.
Yeah,
Patriots at Fins. New England coming off that huge win against Buffalo. Dolphins looking to get back right. Over at 49. Miami, 9.5-point favorite. Biggest spread of the week.
Yeah, I think Dolphins get back. Unfortunately. It was nice to see the Patriots win, though. But I don't see it happening. I think Dolphins are. I think they're still that team. Eagles were just a better team. Fins.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins too. Yeah, for the reasons Fitz said. Good job, Fitz.
Yeah,
I
I'll
like
be
it.
the ultimate homer. I'll go Fins for the main reason that we are really good at beating really bad teams. So give me the Fins.
Yeah. I feel like it's Miami. It's got to be. But there's a little voice in my head that says Bill Belichick, division opponent. Give me the Patriots.
Yeah. It was a close one last time in Foxborough.
I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I want to see the Empire fall finally. Jags, Steelers, over at 42. Jacksonville, 2.5-point favorite. The Afterlife called Tim home, I guess. But what do we say? Oh, he's back. They let him back in.
Sorry.
I don't know why. I want the Steelers to be good for some reason.
Get out of here.
And I don't know why. I love Jalen Warren. He might be he is on my must draft list for next season. I think he's once Najee's out of there, I think this guy's gonna be prime because he runs like he needs milk money. Like he's just he's just crazy. Like he just runs like his life depends on it. And then obviously TJ Watt and some of the defensive players. I don't know. And I think Jags are just hype. I'm going to take the Steelers. I'll take the Steelers at home. I think they keep riding.
At this point, I got to say terrible franchises just got to stick together. So I'm going Jags just because I like to see them win a little bit. And I like to see the Steelers lose a little bit. So give me the Jags.
Poetry.
Yeah. I'm going to go Jags. ETN is a dog right now, so I think he gets a 20-plus carry game, close, hard-fought game, but give me the Jags.
Yeah. Duval County. Let's go. Give me Jags. Battle of New York. Over on set 36.5. Jets, technically at Giants, even though they share a stadium. That's weird. Jets -3 favorite.
Can both teams lose?
Right? Turf Monster. MetLife is known to take a blood sacrifice.
Giants, they had that tough, what was it, a Monday night game where they just botched it on the 1 yard line. They got it back last week against the Commanders. I feel like they're hungry. They're hungry for a win. Jets, they're good, but they're just so hit or miss. And I like the Giants defense. This is a great defensive struggle. And I think I like the Giants defense, just that they're not getting as much credit as maybe the Jets defense is. Maybe Saquon can be the X factor in this one. I'll take the Giants. I got a lot of upsets this week.
Yeah, I'm kind of following your footsteps here, Fitz. I think this is going to be a big staple game for Saquon. At least I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping he just I don't even know, over 100 total yards. Give me 60 receiving yards. I don't know. Do something crazy, but I want Saquon to just have a huge game. But like you said, Parker, I mean, this is MetLife we're talking. So someone's going to probably have a
losing a limb.
injury. Yeah. So
how do they determine who's in the away locker room? Or what did they? I don't even know what do they have an away locker room? Do they have 3 locker rooms there?
I heard Aaron Rodgers talking today on the podcast. He says they have a Jets, Giants, and an away. And so I think they'll have their own.
How do they determine who's the away team? Yeah. Or who's home team even?
They color rush it.
Interesting.
Blue v green. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Give
me the Giants.
I'm going to go Giants as well. I think if Tyrod plays, they looked way better with the Tyrod-led offense. So I think he gets a few more playmakers involved. So I'm going to go Giants at home in this one.
Man, you stole the words right from my mouth. If Tyrod plays, this is the G-Man. If Daniel Jones plays, this is Jets game all around. Saquon, Brees Hall. This is going to be a great rushing attack. Whoever can get the edge here. I'm excited for it. Because you guys are all taking the Giants, I haven't gone with you yet.
Hmm.
Give me the Jets. Fireman Ed. Fireman. All right. Philly, Commanders over on set 43.5. Philadelphia, 6.5 point favorite.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly. It's gonna be a long afternoon for Sam Howell. That's how I feel. The Eagles just signed Titans safety
Bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Byard.
Byard. Yeah. Thank you. Not Bird.
Yeah,
Byard. KB.
yeah, just another weapon.
Yeah, give me the Eagles. I don't know if Jalen Carter played last game, but he's having a pretty phenomenal rookie season. I think their defense is just like you said, Fitz, just gonna eat Sam up. So give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple. Eagles, brotherly shove cannot be stopped. So I think it's pretty much Eagles done deal.
Well, you guys know the drill. You guys all three took the Philly. That means I have to take Philadelphia as well. We have our first sweep. Come on. Come on.
Hey,
All right. Battle of QBs. Young, Stroud, Texans at Panthers over at 43. Houston 3-point favorite.
This is just salt in the wound for Panthers fans. It's Houston, and it's the guy that everybody wanted for the Panthers except their owner.
Yeah.
This is no. Did you hear like Panthers? I think like Jake Del Home reached out to like CJ Stroud, and like there were people in Panthers house that were like, "No, CJ, like we'll show you around Charlotte," and like they wanted him, but it was their owner that was like, "No, we're taking Bryce Young."
Give me the 140-pound quarterback.
Man, so this is tough. Yeah, I think Houston, and I think CJ Stroud has an extra chip on his shoulder for them not taking him.
I'm going Houston. That's it.
Yeah, I'm going CJ Stroud. Battle of young quarterbacks. Just go with the better one.
Yeah.
Texans.
Agreed. Sweep again. Back-to-back sweeps.
Yeah.
Bengals, Niners, over set 45.5. San Francisco, 5.5-point favorite at home.
Can they lose 3 in a row? The Niners? I think they could. I like this matchup a lot. Rematch of a Super Bowl.
2 Super Bowls.
Way back. 2 Super Bowls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking Joe Montana, Steve Young ass.
Yeah, I'll take Cincinnati. It's just upset week for me.
This is gonna go really well for you, Fitz. Really bad.
Yeah. Give me Cincy. I hate that the 49ers are dead, like everyone else is saying. No, I'm always going to pull for Joey B. Yeah, give me Cincy in a close one.
I'm going to go Cincy as well. And my overreaction for this week is that Brock Purdy's a fraud. So give me Cincy.
Oh,
man.
I like it.
What a word to describe someone. That word always just gets me. Fraud. You're a fraud, man.
It's a great headline word. Great attention grabber.
I love it.
It's a great insult.
Nah, he's a good player. It's just a trendy pick.
I like it. Well, me and Devontae are on to something here. I'm taking the Niners. Reverse psychology.
Okay. Yeah.
Reverse it. All right. Browns, Hawks, over on at 40. Seattle, 3-point favorite.
Man, this one's interesting too. There's just a lot of mediocre teams in the NFL that just make for interesting matchups, and this is one of them. But these guys are both slightly above mediocre. They're just, it's like 2 6 seeds playing.
There's a lot of vanilla ice cream, but fuck it.
This is like vanilla bean. Yeah, this is like vanilla
my
bean.
gosh.
2 6 seeds going at it. I'm gonna take Seattle at home.
Yeah, Seattle's good. I think the Colts kind of maybe had showed a ding in the Browns defense, and I think Seattle just has a high-powered offense. So give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, I like the Seahawks. I think if Metcalf plays, I think Seahawks. I think if he doesn't play, I think it changes a little bit for me, but I'm going to assume he does, and Geno gets it done. I'll go Seahawks at home.
Yeah, I want to take the Seahawks. I want to take Devin Witherspoon. I think they're rolling right now. But Myles Garrett playing, 2 days before Halloween, I feel like he just taps into Spooktober on that day. Like he absorbs all the spooky power and just has a fucking monster day. So give me Myles Garrett.
Yeah, he's gonna hear he got snubbed on my top 5, and
Yeah,
he's gonna use that as energy.
He's gonna have his quarterback graveyard, and then he's gonna have your face just right there.
Dude, did you guys see that when he jumped over the line and blocked the field goal? What a
Like
freak!
nothing. It was
The
amazing.
guy's a freak, man. Oh my god.
All right. Kansas City Swifties taking on
Oh, gosh.
Danger Wilson and the Broncos.
Kansas
Over set at
City
46. Kansas City 8-point favorite.
Yeah, Kansas City's got this one.
I think Sierra and Taylor are going to meet
Ooh.
on the field at halftime, and there's going to be a dance off. And Taylor's going to win. So give me the Chiefs.
Taylor
Yeah.
outdancing Sierra.
I think Mr. Unlimited shows he's very limited here, so give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm with it. Let's roll with it. Yeah, I agree. Did y'all see Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes' handshake?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Brittany Mahomes is insufferable.
Dude, her and Jackson. Oh my God.
Mm.
Terrible human beings. All right, never met them, so I can't really say that, but I'm saying it now.
Frauds.
Frauds!
Fraud.
Ravens at Cards over and set at 44. Baltimore 8.5-point favorite.
I'm curious to hear Tim's thoughts, but I think Lamar's playing his best ball that we've ever seen, and he had MVP year, but I think he's playing his best. So I'm gonna take Ravens.
I don't want to shit on the Cardinals too much here, but this is the best Lions defense we've had in years, and Lamar just like picked us apart like a little kid picking his food. Like Lamar is going to destroy this team. So give me the Ravens.
Yeah, this one's simple for me. It's cool to see Lamar be kind of like a pass first read this year as well. He's really coming into his own, and great point with the Lions D. I'm going Ravens big in this one.
Yeah. Devin texted the group, Tim, I'm sorry, but Lamar is fucking back, and he was. And I think the train keeps rolling, unfortunately. All right, Sunday night action. Bears, Chargers. 46.5 over under. Los Angeles 8.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Chargers to get it going. They were my sneaky Super Bowl pick way back, and that hasn't aged well. But
2-5. Never
but
know.
I think they can get it rolling. They look good against the Chiefs, but they always look good against the Chiefs and find a way to lose. Yeah, I mean Chargers win here. I'm looking at the spread. I feel like you could safely take the spread here, but I am a Packers fan, so a little biased against the Bears.
Yeah, this is kind of my overreaction from last week. I'm tired of hiding it. All right. Chargers suck. Justin Herbert, not good. He's not a good quarterback. You always see people giving him this elite status.
Oh man.
Chargers stink. Like Justin
Would you rather have Herbert or Josh Allen? Because I know your opinion on
my God.
Josh Allen.
Give me Herbert 100%. Josh Allen is Josh Allen so bad. But like I'm tired of like everyone. Okay, Justin had a wonderful first year. And they seem to always play really good against the Chiefs. But like other than that, the Chargers just stink. And I'm tired of pretending they're a good team. So that's my overreaction. Chargers stink. Give me the Bears. I think the Bears actually show more promise right now.
Oh, man.
What's his name? Paget or whoever their free agent
G2
or
quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. He was slicing and dicing. He looked better than Fields out there.
Mhm.
Give me the Bears, man.
Shout out Shepherd University. All right.
I agree with your Herbert analysis. I've always thought that I call him no touch Herbert. I mean, the guy just rips fastballs all over the freaking field. But I do think Brandon Staley's coaching for his job. I think Herbert just has more weapons. So I'm going to take Chargers in this one, but I'm on the anti-Herbert train with you, Tim.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Staley is barely holding on to a paycheck right now. It's bad. It's and there's no reason this team should be this bad. They shouldn't be 2-5. On the other hand, the Bears got rid of Chase Claypool, and it feels like a curse has been lifted off that entire franchise.
You can have him back. We'll give him back.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. I don't know if you guys look up Chase Claypool's curse. Like I think like going back to Steelers and then Bears and now Miami, like he's like 0-11 the past 11 games.
Oh
He's
my
been activated.
gosh.
It's bad. It's rough. Give me Bears to cover. Give me Chargers to win.
Yeah. You know what I think the Herbert hype is for me is our Zach Thomas episode. And he talked about going to that quarterback camp with Trevor Lawrence and Herbert.
The Manning passing camp? Yeah.
And whoever. And he said, you know who threw the best ball? Justin Herbert. I think ever since that, I've been like all in. I was like, Zach Thomas is a believer. So I'm a believer now. And yeah, I think that's my bias. It's purely Zach Thomas.
I like it. Well, the whole reason we called Tim out with the Ouija board and got him the spirits to release him from the hounds of hell here. Lions Monday night. Detroit's hosting the Raiders over on set 45. Detroit 8-point favorite. The money lights are back on for the first time in over 2 years for Detroit. I love it. It's the first time being at home since I've got to go back. I don't think you guys have ever hosted a Monday night football game. Nope, sorry. 2014 was the last one.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. Almost 10 years.
I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to make room for Max Crosby on my top 5 scariest football play. Like I thought I was like, Max Crosby could be there. And that man is terrifying. He again, like Jaylen Warren runs the football. That's how he plays defense. He's just a hungry man. He nonstop. But I still think, and I think especially after the Ravens game, I think what good teams do, because Tim, the Lions are an elite team this year. I really do believe that. I think they will bounce back after a tough loss. I take the Lions. Spread is interesting. I don't know. I think either or. You could take it. It'd be really close. I like the Lions though.
Thank you for those kind words, Evan. I needed that tonight. So this is the first time I haven't had this existential dread that the Lions are going to just fold like cards in the wind. I really don't care to listen to like post-game conferences with like head coaches and what they talk about. I'm a sucker. Okay. I watch Dan Campbell's. Dan Campbell, he just says it how it is, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, we stunk. Lamar played great. We're not burning this tape. We're watching this tape. We're going to learn from it. We're going to come back next week. I think this is a get-right game for Detroit. And I'm not even going to be surprised if we we win by 2 scores. I think we're just going to do it. I think Ben Johnson's going to get in a good groove of things. We didn't even get a first down until it was 28-0, okay?
Yeah.
So Ben Johnson, he's got some trickery up his sleeve. Now, Montgomery not being there is hurting us. It's hurting us bad. More than I thought it would.
A little confidence boost for Gibbs, though. I feel like just him getting to that end zone.
Yeah.
Maybe just changes his mindset a little bit.
Yeah. And Dan Campbell mentioned that. He said, one of the silver linings was Gibbs is still progressing well. So we'll see, but I'm going to call it now. I think number 14 right here, Sun God, I think he's going to have a big game. So give me the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Lions big here. As a Gibbs fantasy owner, that was good to see. But Tim, to your point, it's they're a different team without Monty getting the early down work, kind of setting up to play action. But I do believe there's a superior team here, and I think it's Aiden O'Connell again, if I'm not mistaken, for Vegas. So I think this one could get ugly quickly. So I'm going the superior team at home. Give me Lions. I like that 2-score prediction.
Yeah. Dude, I'm rock hard for Rock City, Motor City, Detroit. Give me the Lions by 50. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Pub parlay, and we're going to get the hell out of here. Let's make some money. We were one pick away. The Detroit, we picked Detroit. And that
Oh gosh.
I know. It's all right. We bounce back here. We bounce back.
That's right.
But any day this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, any leagues you guys want, let's have it.
Let's see. XFL's not going on. I don't even. I gotta look at what.
Yeah.
I mean, women's basketball just ended, right? So
I guess
I have a Korean baseball lock.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let's
I'm just
go.
messing.
Oh,
Fun fact, when COVID was here in 2020, and that was the only thing airing on ESPN, I became a KBL betting wizard. It was dark times.
Dude.
That was Tim. Tim was watching that too.
Yeah.
KBL betting wizard, man. Yeah, I love it.
Oh
I
man.
feel like we're kindred spirits, Jeremy. I feel like we made all the same picks but one. Korean baseball league. I'm in if you are.
Careful where you follow me. It doesn't always end well.
Let's see.
I might have a spicy one. Can I take NC State over Clemson?
Ooh. Okay.
Football.
okay.
I like it. Let's go. NC State has zero offense, but fuck it. Let's do it.
I'm
I'm gonna take Oregon, Utah over 48. I think we can see over 48 points there.
So do we have a certain day right now, or we can pick whichever?
Any day you want.
That's
Any day you want.
Saturday.
Saturday? Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess if you do hockey Saturday, I forgot hockey's going on.
Man, but there's not a Saturday game. Dadgummit that I want. Let me look. The Panthers are playing Friday. Or not the Panthers, the Hurricanes.
Hey, we can do Friday. Friday works. That's fine.
Okay.
You do Canes Friday?
Okay. Yeah, give me Canes over the Sharks. I mean, it's still early in the season, but Canes have shown
3.5 at Kentucky. I'll take the Vols to cover that.
Yeah, I like that take. I think that's good. Well, boys, that's the show. Unless you guys want to do a random question real quick. I know it's late.
Random
I had a long
question.
episode. All right,
Do a quick one.
All right.
Tim, Halloween question. What you got?
He pushes more. He doesn't have one.
you gotta marry one, kill one, and F one. Mike Myers, Jason, Freddy Krueger.
Oh man.
I can
I
already
thought you
tell
were going
I'm
to go
killing
like
Freddy.
pumpkins, candy corn, and I wasn't
No,
expecting,
dude,
the
come on.
creepiest people.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I'm going
go
to
ahead.
marry Freddie for some back scratches. Okay. Big back scratch guy. You know what? Michael seems like a gentle lover, so I'll fuck him. And I'll kill Jason. All right?
yeah. I like you killing Jason. Jason's just unhinged. I mean, they're all psycho, but like, can you imagine being married to Jason? Like, not
See,
just
I
not
think-
acceptable.
That was gonna be my Mary. I
What?
feel like he might have another side of him, that, a more endearing side that he doesn't show to everybody.
He'll read some poetry by the lake.
Yeah, I'm killing Freddy because he's scary. I don't. He's just the scariest to me.
See, you F Freddy because you can see his face. The others are under a mask. You don't even know what they are. You know.
I'd rather have that paper
You gotta
bag.
have the, you gotta have the eye
Paperback.
contact. Jeremy, what do you think, man?
I gotta kill Jason just because he brings nothing to the table from a conversation standpoint. I gotta steal the back scratch, man. I didn't think about that with Freddie, so I think you got to marry him, and that leaves effing Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's timeless. I mean, he's been effing for 25 years, so guy's got it going on. So we'll go there.
Parker, he was a gentle lover. Is that what?
Yeah. He looks gentle, you know.
The hair just gets me, you know. Just give a little tug.
All right.
I'm gonna be drinking a bourbon tonight, reevaluating these answers.
Yeah. It's like, damn, that's on YouTube for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Hey, great episode, Jeremy. I can't thank you enough for hopping on, talking baseball and all sports with us, man. We love having you, and hopefully we keep having you back on it when you're not killing men's league and enjoying life, dude.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Anytime, would love to talk shop. So anytime you guys want to bring me on, I'm in. Good to see you guys.
Awesome, great seeing you, brother. And
Appreciate it,
Tim,
buddy.
I've missed that beautiful face. I'm glad the afterlife let you come back on for this week. So we
Thanks,
miss
man.
you.
Yeah,
but
great to see
it's great
Tim.
seeing you.
Been great to be back. Hey, bust that Ouija board out whenever you need to. All right.
All right, I'll summon thee.
Bye. Oh my God.
Ah,
We would
See
be
you
the
guys.
bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now.
I was
We
ready
would
to.
beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey,
Joey
Chestnut,
Chestnut.
has to be on the pub.
Has to be on the pub. Has to be.
I mean,
has to be.
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
Oh. R.I.P. Oh, we dressed up as costumes, or as the people still?
Yeah.
I saw you add Vontae.
Okay. Matters the hell out of me.
Dude, isn't it so weird to see him on tricycle?